So yeah, I'm Mark Anderson, and these days I work with schools all over the world, supporting them with teaching and learning with technology, but I also share at conferences. I write and share ideas around teaching and learning with technology on my award-winning website, ictevangelist.com. And yeah, I mean, if you Google Mark and ICT, you'll find all the resources that I sort of share and pay forward. For me, as a teacher of more than 20 years, it's really important that whatever technology we use, it has an impact. Paying lip service to teaching and learning when it comes to technology is a falsehood. And so what I did in my presentation today was run through some strategies such as SAMA and TPAC and other sort of mechanisms that you can use as a school leader to enable you to make effective decisions about your choices around purchasing technology. There's such a minefield out there, and school leaders aren't best placed because often, they haven't had training in how to use technology themselves, let alone make choices. And when you consider that the second biggest item on the budget for any school is their technology purchase, it's too important and far too expensive to leave to chance. And so that's what I try and do. And sort of share ways in which we can do that effectively so that learning can happen and schools don't get ripped off. I talk about low entry points, low access and high challenge. Yeah, because what you want is a tool that's dead easy to use, which Unio is. The example I gave in the session was about PowerPoint. Everyone knows PowerPoint. Okay, but with Unio you can do so much more than simple PowerPoint, although you can upload your own PowerPoints into it. And because it's so easy to use, it's within people's frames of reference, that's there, happy days, fantastic, brilliant, but it's massively scalable in terms of what you can do around the learning challenges for children. Like I say, I've used tools such as Unio with children as young as sort of 4, 5, 6 years old, but I've also used it with youngsters who are sort of 17, 18 years old. And that's the sort of thing that you want, a tool which is really good, really easy to use, but massively scalable around that challenge. And something else I'd like to add about it as well is that it's a tough gig being a teacher, and even more so in modern times. There's so much scrutiny and accountability measures, and all the rest of it is huge. It's really, really difficult. And effective EdTech as well can really help to make your life as a teacher that little bit easier. So what we're sort of thinking about is things that could be automated, but enable you to then personalise the feedback and what you then give to the children. Because what you want to try and do, and where Unio is really, really helpful, is about improving and speeding up that whole process of giving feedback to children in the classroom. It's massively important. Like I said, you talked about the live features. You can see how the children are annotating stuff within the actual tool. You can run quizzes in there. And that means that rather than having to wait until you get the books in, mark them over the weekend, get to your next lesson, 5 days later, that feedback's not that much use. What you want to do is try to make it happen there and then in a lesson at that time, so that you can have a real impact and steer children at the right time. And that's what Unio is really, really good at. Get out there, try it, have a play with it, try it in one of your classes, do a bit of action research. If it doesn't work for you, then fine. Okay, but I'm pretty confident it will.